Hi everybody, I'm back again with yet another Hot Toys video. This is the Iron Man Python suit. It's a San Diego Comic Con exclusive for 2014, so there's only a limited amount made. Made a very brief appearance in the movie, and this figure actually comprises of 3 different types of suit. I believe the head sculpt is from the Silver Centurion figure. From the shoulders and the arms down to the waist is the Mark 7, and the legs are from the new, soon to be released Heartbreaker figure. I'll show you those in a little bit more detail later. So I'll give you a head to toe look, go over the accessories, and then just do a few poses for you. As you can see in the background, that's another new figure that I've got. It's been out for a while. It's Tony Stark, but I'll do a video on that in the very near future. So one of his accessories is the stand. It's the same as the Midas figure. The only difference being this one has the dynamic rod, which is bendable. Really good for flight poses, as I've got him in now, but completely useless if you want to stand him straight. You need to use another stand for that because it's just too tall. You'll see that this part here, when you stand him, comes up to about here on his body, so it doesn't hold him whatsoever. So I'll have to look for an alternative stand if I don't want to show him flying. Doesn't light up either, although it's got the actual plastic bits here that are on the other stands that do light up. This one, like the Midas figure, doesn't light up. So that's a bit of a cheap skip there by Hot Toys. Suit is painted in gold and gunmetal grey. They've got a lot more sort of scratch marks on this one as well than you see on the others. Hopefully I'll try and get it to focus a bit better. There we go. It's got a lot more scuffs. As with the Midas figure, I would have preferred this to have been clean, seeing as it's an exclusive figure. Going to be very rare. I don't know why Hot Toys have to keep putting the scuff marks on all the suits. If you want a battle damage look, then maybe they should give you battle damage parts. The chest plate does come off, and so do the side armour, and the shoulder pads come off. You've got a little tool here that's used to do that. These are the batteries that you need to put in if you want the light up features, and as with all Iron Man figures, it's the arc reactor, the eye sockets, and the pulsar beams on his hands that light up. This is 2 of the hands he comes with. These are the fisted hands. These don't have the light up feature. He also comes with 2 of these articulated hands that you see now with all Iron Man figures. This does have the light up feature. So he's got 2 of those, left and right, and it's also got left and right of the hands that are solidly moulded. Again, does have the light up feature, and these are used to pose him firing off his arc beams. As you can see from the wrist, it is angled up, and that is so that you can put this part on, which replaces this bit, so you can give him that pose of firing off his arc beams. But I'll show you that when I pose him up. Also, this part does come out, as with a couple of the other Iron Man figures that were released, and you can replace it with these. This is his missile. He's got 2 of these, both one for left and right. If it will focus. There we go. And it also comes with 2 plates like this. It's just one colour, and if you wish when you pull these out, you can replace it with this part. And he also comes with 2 extra shoulder pieces that house the missiles, if you want to give him that look. And this is articulated, as you can see, and the top bit does come up as well. Not a lot of detail underneath though. I will try and put those on the figure so you can see what they look like on the figure later. So onto the suit. As I said, this is the Silver Centurion head sculpt that they've used on this figure. Very easy to articulate. Does look out. Does sort of bend forward as well, and back. It's got like a little snake sort of joint there, so you can actually do that, which is great for flight poses. The arms do pop out very easily, so be aware of that when moving it about, but don't worry, they are very easy to put back in. Articulation wise, it's not too bad, this figure. It does have the newer rubber joints on the elbow there, but don't hold it up for too long. As you can see there, it will crease and there's a possibility of ripping. It says in the manual that you get with this figure not to put it any more than 90 degrees. It does have the waist articulation. You can lift it up so it pops up to give you that little bit more movement, or just push it down to make him a tighter sort of look. Legs, just simple sort of ball joints. There's no ratchet joints on this figure. It's not die cast, so it's all made out of plastic, which means it's quite light, so if you do want to do some really good dynamic flight poses, it's not going to pull the stand over because it's not that heavy. So these are the Heartbreaker legs. That figure will be coming out very, very soon. I do have it on order. As you can see, you can bend the legs quite nicely. I will do a few poses so you can see a few more things you can do. I can't remember if I mentioned it at the start of the video. I think I might have done. But this part from here up and the arms is all the Mark 7 suit. Fantastic paintwork on this. This is definitely my favourite as far as paintwork is concerned on an Iron Man suit. We'll move on to his windbreak, not windbreaks, his air brakes on the back. They move up and down. This top bit, a bit fiddly, does come out as well, and the bottom part also moves up and down. If I can show you underneath, let's just take the protective covering off. Quite a nice detail underneath. Here's the battery compartments, one here for his arc reactor, these for his pulsar beams on his hands, and the other one is just underneath the helmet there. You have to pull the top off to get to that. But I just love the paintwork on this figure, it really is nice. The camera does not do it justice. It's going to look really cool next to my other figures. I will do a video on that at some point. I do have another Iron Man figure on the way, which is the Mark 42, a die cast one. So when that one comes, I'll do a video on that and I'll show you all of them together so you can see the differences between all of them. But as I say, these parts do pop out and you replace them with these, and I'll show you that in a little while. So I think I've gone over all the accessories. So what I'll do now is I'll just do a few poses with this figure so you can see what he can do, and swap a few of his parts out. So bear with me. Okay, I'll just switch the flight pose around a little bit more. Bent his leg up. I've pulled the dynamic stand round. As you can see, he is leaning over to one side and the stand isn't falling over because he's not that weighty. I've now got his alternate hands on with the wrist guard that's bent up. So when we come back, I'll have him with his rocket launchers on his arms, so you can see what he looks like with those on. Okay, here I've got him with his missiles deployed on his arms. You can see you can pull the arm right up. There is a swivel here, so you can actually swivel it, which is the best way to get this sort of look. Same with the other arm. And I've just got him stepping up on the stand. Can move the head a little bit more, but I don't want him to fall over, which he's going to do right now. You can see what he looks like with those on. I don't like them. I prefer him with just the normal bit of armour on. So when we come back, I'll have him with his rocket pods on his shoulders. That'll probably be another flight pose. Okay, here I have him flying. Just manipulate the stand around a little bit and swivel this bit round so you can have him flying. It's not the right hands for the flight pose, but I left them in there. When you are moving this figure about, you will find that the arms will pop out on a regular basis. But as I say, they are very easy to put in. This shoulder part, it's got like a spring on it. It's very springy but very delicate, so be careful when putting these on. I would suggest pulling the arms off first, snapping these in place, and then putting the arms back on. That's him in his full flight mode. Let's lift these up so you can see that they also do come up nicely. No problems. I think I'll leave him with just the normal shoulders on though. It's a shame you can't bend the legs round the feet around a bit more. I've extended the chest. I've pulled it out to make him look a lot taller. So maybe one or two more poses, and I think that'll be it for this video. Okay, here I've just got him standing, and I've used the articulated fingers on this one. He can stand quite nicely on his own, but I wouldn't advise it. If you knock the DEET off, he will fall over. One thing I have noticed, these are very delicate, these here. They are on a little spring, well, sort of slightly springy bit of plastic, but if you pull them too hard they are going to snap, so be careful of those. And as I said, the shoulder parts, they are very delicate as well, so be careful of those. If you want to take the chest plate off, these pop off very easily. You'll have to take these shoulder pads off to get the chest off, because if you notice they come down just over the chest plate. So if you want that look, you have to take those off first. Don't force it. I'll give you a 360 of the figure. It's not been a really detailed review, but there are other reviews out there. There there he goes, falling over. Caught him just in time. But I love this figure. I think he's really cool. A lot of people say with the Heartbreaker legs on him, it looks a little bit out of proportion with the top part of his body. I don't think so. I think it's pretty good. So a very nicely detailed figure. When we come back, I'll have him one more little sort of flight pose, and that'll be it from me. I've just done this so you can see that you can pull his arm right up. It doesn't look right though. It just doesn't quite sit right for me. But you can put his arm right up in the air without any problems. And I've got him. The people that person that thumbs down all my videos, don't know who he is. It's obviously a complete tosser. That's to you. No doubt I'll get another dislike on this one. But if he's brave enough, as I've mentioned on previous videos, let me know why you're thumbing down all the videos. Is it you're just bored and you're just perusing YouTube just to do it on everybody's videos? If you are, then you're a very sad person. But generally speaking, if people want to thumb down my videos, feel free to tell me why. You know, what's wrong with them. I know they're not brilliant. But you know, if you tell me what the criticisms are with my videos, then I can hopefully rectify that in the future with future videos. Is it the fact that I don't do enough poses, don't talk enough detail about the clothing, all that sort of thing? You know, feel free to let me know. I don't mind people thumbing down videos, but there's obviously somebody out there who just feels the need to do it on people's videos. But anyway, that's for you, Mehdi. So I'll just put him in one more pose, which would be just normal standing pose, and that'll be it from me for this video until the next one. Okay, so just to sum up this video really, if you're an avid Iron Man fan and you're a big collector of them, this is a must-have suit to get. I've passed on quite a few. I'm not going to bother with the Silver Centurion, purely because I don't want too many red and white, red and silver and red and gold sort of figures. I like to vary my Iron Man suits, which is why I've just pre-ordered the Peacemaker, which is coming out very soon. It's orange in colour, completely different Iron Man figure altogether. It's a bit like Red Snapper. But this one, pretty close to my favourite actually out of the Iron Men that I've got. I like them all equally really. Some have better features than others, but this one is way up there. Is it worth the price that people are asking for it? No, I don't think so. I don't think any of Hot Toys figures are really worth the price that they put on them. I think they're about $50 overpriced. But this one, I picked up brand new off eBay because Sideshow had sold out, and I got it for probably a little bit more than I would have paid off Sideshow, but because I got it from the UK, I didn't have to pay any shipping charges and all that sort of thing, so it was worked out a little bit cheaper in the end. Am I glad I got him? Oh yes, definitely. So I'll give you a quick 360 again of the figure and let you know what the next video is that is coming up. The next video will be the new Black Widow from the Winter Soldier. I've got that one already here. I've had it for about a week or so. So I'll be doing a video on her next. Then depends on whether the Mark 42 arrives or not. But if it doesn't arrive, then I'll be doing a video on this guy. You've all seen videos of that, but I'll do my version of it. And then it'll probably be the Mark 42. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.